God says, listen carefully. This message was sent to you from the depths of eternity, from the edge of divine time, where heaven has seen something that earth cannot understand. You are reading this not by chance, but because something has shifted in the spiritual realm. A soul has departed from this world, someone you loved, someone who loved you deeply, but perhaps never said all they wanted to say. They tried to protect you in silence, tried to speak in their actions, but death came swiftly. Yet, death is not the end. In my kingdom, I, the Lord your God, allowed this message to be delivered through divine messengers, for this soul has pleaded, even in their departure, to reach you with the truth. Listen now, not with your ears, but with your spirit. The angels are surrounding you even now, and Archangel Michael stands behind you with his sword drawn, not in vengeance but in protection. You are under spiritual attack, and you didn't even know it. You were mourning the wrong things, grieving in areas that were distractions. But now I bring light into this room. I expose the hidden plots, and I tear the veil that was stopping you from seeing clearly. The person who passed away did not die an ordinary death. Their departure was tied to secrets that were never meant to be uncovered by man, but must be revealed to you. There is someone in your life now, yes, someone still breathing, who knows what happened, but has not told you. They were there. They heard the final words. They witnessed something they buried within themselves. And while they have pretended to be on your side, in truth, they've been delaying your healing. Not every hug you received during your grief came from love. Some came from guilt. Your soul has felt heavy for a reason. The burden you've been carrying was not all yours. You've been absorbing the emotional pain of a person who should have told you the truth when it mattered most. But I, your God, am never late. I have waited until this moment, because this is when your spirit was ready to receive what you could not have handled before. That person who passed away, they were watching you from heaven, and they cried not for themselves but for you. They saw how you doubted your worth, how you questioned whether you did enough, whether you loved them enough, whether you should have seen something, done something. You must hear me now. You were not the reason for their pain. You were their strength. Even in their final moments, they asked me to forgive the ones who lied to you after their death. They knew that betrayal would come. They knew that someone close to them and close to you would pretend to care while hiding crucial information. My child, you've been surrounded by actors. But the curtain is falling. I, the Lord, do not allow lies to continue forever. I gave mercy, I gave time, but they misused it. Archangel Michael was sent to deliver this to you today, because the window of spiritual truth has opened. The person you love did not want to leave Earth without telling you that they were sorry. Sorry for the moments they were distant, for the things they never said out loud. They thought they had more time. They thought that tomorrow would come. They thought that heaven could wait. But now they are standing before me, And they said, God, please send my voice back to them. Let them know I never stopped loving them. Let them know that I died holding their name in my heart. And I listened. I listened because your tears matter to me. I counted every tear you cried alone. I watched how others ignored your pain. I saw how some even blamed you silently, and I am angry. Not at you, but at those who have used silence as a weapon. This is why I have stepped into your story. No more delay, no more confusion, no more spiritual fog. There is someone who knows the whole story. Someone still alive. They have been trying to speak, but fear has held them back. They feel guilt every time they see your face. They flinch when you mention the one who passed. That's not coincidence, that's conviction. I, the Lord, have been whispering to their heart every night. They cannot sleep because your loved one visits them in dreams, not to punish, but to press for the truth. Now listen carefully. There will be a moment in the next few days when you will come face to face with someone who has been acting strangely. Watch their eyes. Listen to what they don't say. Their silence will scream. That is your moment to look beyond their words. Don't confront them in anger. Confront them with grace. But know that my justice stands beside you. Archangel Michael is already preparing the space for that conversation. You are not alone. Your loved one wants you to live, not just exist. You stopped dreaming after their death. You stopped believing that joy was possible again. But I declare this over your life right now. You shall laugh again. You shall love again. You shall live again. The enemy wanted their death to be your ending, but I, the Lord, have rewritten your story. Their departure will now be your beginning. They left behind more than memories. They left behind an assignment. There's something they were meant to do, and now it has been passed on to you. Don't be afraid. You are not unworthy. You are not underqualified. I chose you to complete what they could not. They know this. That is why they have been visiting your dreams. That is why random things suddenly remind you of them. That is why you sometimes feel like they are still here, because they are, in spirit. They asked me to tell you this. Tell them that I am proud of them, that I see them, that they are not alone in that room, that when they cried and thought no one was listening, I was there. I was holding them. I was whispering, keep going, even when they couldn't hear me. My child, I need you to forgive yourself. Yes, you. The weight you're carrying is not all yours. You've been blaming yourself for things that were never in your control. The day they died, you lost a part of yourself, but you didn't lose me, and I never lost sight of you. I also want you to forgive those who failed you in your grief, not because they deserve it, but because you do. You deserve peace. You deserve healing. You deserve freedom. Bitterness will not bring them back, but love will keep them alive inside of you forever. Now, something important. You are about to receive something physical. An item, a letter, an object that was once in their possession. It may come unexpectedly. Don't overlook it. That object carries a message, a sign from heaven. It's not just sentimental. It's divine. I will make sure it reaches you through someone, maybe a stranger, maybe a family member. Don't dismiss it. In this moment, my spirit is surrounding your house. I am cleansing the room you're in. Every demonic whisper that tried to pull you into depression is silenced. Every lie that was planted in your mind is uprooted. Every false friend who showed up after the funeral but had secret motives is now exposed. I have sent Michael with a sword of light, and he is cutting every spiritual tie that has kept you bound in confusion. You are being released from the fog, from the anger, from the helplessness. I see your heart, how it's still broken in places. But let me tell you something heaven sees. You are stronger than you think. You are rising. Even now your spirit is awakening. The weight is lifting. Can you feel it? That's me. That's my power working through this message. This message is for you. Don't ignore it. Heaven has been calling out to you, trying to reach you, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal this message. That moment is now. You are not here by accident. You have been chosen to see this truth because it was hidden from you for so long. God says, the one you love dearly, the one who is no longer with you in the physical world, is trying to speak. And Archangel Michael stands guard, holding the scroll, whispering to your soul that the veil is thin right now. You are being watched over. This message is urgent. Someone you love has passed away and left behind a message that only you were meant to receive. No one else, just you, and it carries the full truth. God says, my child, be still. Breathe. What you're about to read may stir emotions you've buried deep. I know you've cried in silence. I know you've questioned why things ended the way they did. I know your heart aches with unanswered questions, but I am the God of answers, not confusion. The time has come for the truth to rise to the surface. The one you lost, the one you loved, the one whose memory haunts the edges of your quiet moments, they are with me now, and they have asked me to deliver this truth to you, wrapped in the language of light, carried by Archangel Michael, and sealed with the urgency of heaven. They want you to know that they never left you. Their body may be gone, but their spirit stands closer to you than your shadow. They have watched every tear you've cried. They've seen how you've carried guilt and pain, replaying the final days, wondering if there was something you missed, some sign, some word unsaid, some action you wish you had taken. But I, the Lord your God, see the entire picture, and I say to you now, let the burden go. You did what you could. You loved deeply, and that love was not unnoticed. Archangel Michael says this is an emergency because you've reached a spiritual crossroads. There are forces trying to pull you into despair, into numbness, into isolation, but I have intervened. This message is your rescue. The person who passed away saw the danger ahead and pleaded with heaven to allow one final message to get through to you. And heaven listened. I allowed it because I love you and because your life is not over. You are needed. You are important. There is more to your story. God says the truth is this. They saw something before they passed. They knew something you didn't. They realized that someone close to you is hiding something from you. They tried to warn you, but the timing never aligned. Their health may have failed, but their spirit never gave up. They want you to know there was no hatred in their heart toward you. There was no resentment, even if there were harsh words exchanged. Even if you parted ways in silence, their soul found peace before the end, and they whispered your name in their final moments. They saw light, they saw angels, and they saw you. Not your face, but your soul, glowing, crying, searching, and they begged me to let this message reach you. I granted their request. This is what they want you to know. They saw that someone has been pretending to support you while secretly working against your happiness. A relative, a friend, someone who smiled to your face. They couldn't tell you this before, but they saw it and they asked me to protect you. Now I'm revealing it. You felt it in your spirit, haven't you? That uneasy feeling when they're near, that coldness masked by politeness, that subtle manipulation in the way they speak to you. You aren't wrong. Your spirit knows, and your loved one in heaven wants you to break free from the emotional cage that person has locked you in. You have inherited a spiritual responsibility, and you are standing at the gate of divine destiny. If you don't confront the truth now, you may keep repeating the same painful cycles again. This is not just about healing grief. It's about stepping into power. You were never meant to stay stuck. That person who passed away, they believed in you more than you believe in yourself. They told others about your strength, your gifts, your potential, but you've forgotten who you are. And now God says, "Wake up, my child. The time for silence is over. I am lifting the fog. I am showing you faces as they truly are. I am removing masks. I am pulling back the curtains on the lies and shadows. You must open your eyes, even if it hurts. You must listen, even if it breaks your heart, because I am doing a new thing, and the one you lost is not lost to you forever." Their spirit walks beside you in the wind, in the quiet, in the dreams you haven't dared to speak aloud. They are not gone. They are elevated, and they are watching to see if you'll accept this call. God says there are 3 things you need to do now. First, forgive yourself. You were not perfect, but you were sincere. I saw it. They saw it. Second, protect your spirit. This means creating distance from those who drain your energy. You know who they are. I have shown you in dreams. And third, prepare. Prepare for the next chapter, because their passing was not an ending. It was a seed of purpose, buried in sorrow. And that seed is about to break the surface and bloom into something miraculous. You will see signs now, repeating numbers, familiar scents, songs that carry their energy, dreams that feel more like visits than imagination. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. God's prosperity plan for you. What if I told you everything you know about abundance and prosperity is wrong? While that may sound extreme, The Bible actually confirms this. Because the truth is, some of the Bible has been misinterpreted for centuries now, particularly the part about God's plan for you to live a prosperous life. But a secret code hidden right in plain sight in the Bible reveals God's true intention for you. This short video documentary reveals how the code was not only discovered, but also recently cracked, thanks to a grandmother from rural Kentucky and a young MIT student accidentally teaming up. And more importantly, it shows you how to fulfill God's plan for you, starting as soon as today. Discover your prosperity plan now. This video may be permanently removed from the public domain as soon as tomorrow. More on that in the brief video. Click the link in the description or comment section to unlock the secret. So watch it now, before this one chance passes you by for good. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. That's them. That's my confirmation. You are not crazy. You are being contacted, not through superstition, but through divine alignment. I have allowed this because I love you, and because the next part of your journey cannot be walked alone. That's why I'm with you. That's why they're near you. Archangel Michael is standing guard over your next steps. There is something coming, a truth, a confession, a letter, a conversation that will confirm what you've just read. Don't dismiss it. It's part of the unfolding. Your faith is about to be tested, not to break you, but to strengthen the foundation I'm building under your feet. God says, you have been feeling like no one sees you, but I see you. I saw you at the funeral. I saw you when you held back tears. I saw you when you felt like everyone moved on and you were still frozen in that moment of loss. But I was there every moment, and the one you lost was there too. They're with me now. They are safe, they are healed, and they are whispering your name even now. You were their favorite. Even if they didn't say it, they felt it. You brought them light in their darkest days. You made them laugh when the world grew cold. You mattered to them more than words ever captured. They told me if you could only let them know, they'd be okay. They'd find peace, they'd rise. And I agreed. So I allowed this message. It is more than words. It is a sacred transfer. It is a heavenly seal of truth meant to break chains and unlock your heart. You are not cursed, you are chosen. You are not forgotten, you are remembered. And you are not weak, you are rising. Archangel Michael is now surrounding you with light. Even now, as you read this, you may feel a warmth, a tingling, a shift. That is not imagination. That is presence. Heaven is with you. This is your moment. The emergency was not only the grief you carried, it was the delay in your destiny. That delay ends now. You must forgive who you need to forgive. Release what you cannot change, but protect what still lives inside of you. Your hope, your fire, your voice. The person who passed wants you to use your voice. Sing again, speak again, share again, love again, live again, because you're not alone. This is not the end. This is a beginning. God says, I brought you to this moment because you are about to receive something sacred, a revelation, a miracle, a shift. You may cry, Let the tears come. They are holy. You may feel confused. That's okay. Clarity is coming. But whatever you do, don't walk away from this message unchanged, because someone in heaven is depending on you to carry their love forward, to break the generational patterns, to rise above the pain, and to live boldly, freely, fully. They loved you more than life itself, and now they love you through eternity. That love is eternal, and now it surrounds you like a shield. God says, receive this message, carry it close, and when the day feels heavy again, come back and read these words. Let it remind you of the truth you now know. They are with me, and I am with you always. And it begins now. This message is not ordinary, it is divine. You are not reading this by accident. It is not a coincidence. This is God speaking directly to your soul. Archangel Michael has cried out in the heavens, and I have heard the cry. You must open your heart and eyes fully, because someone you loved deeply, someone who has crossed to the other side, has left something behind, something you were never meant to forget. But somewhere in your pain, your confusion, your grief, and your busyness, you almost missed it. Almost, but not today. Today, I stop everything to deliver this to you. Do not try to scroll past this. Do not try to minimize it. Do not doubt it. You asked for signs, you asked for confirmation, you asked me if I was real, if I heard you, if I saw the silent tears at night, the ones that fall while no one is watching. And yes, I did, every one of them, and I have kept them in a bottle. I have stored them in heaven because they were not wasted. They were sacred. They were not forgotten. I am here to tell you that the person you lost, they didn't leave without trying to tell you something. And that message is now being delivered from beyond the veil. Your heart has been carrying weight. There is guilt. There are questions. There is something that was never said, something that you think you didn't do, or maybe something you think you did wrong. But I, the Lord, tell you, the time for blame is over. You must listen carefully now, because what is being revealed is not only truth but protection. The person who passed away, yes, the one you're thinking of right now, they saw something before they died. They understood something that you are only now being allowed to grasp. They are in my presence, and they are crying out not in pain but in urgency for you to know that the battle is not over. You are under attack, but not in the way you think. There are forces in your life right now working in secret. Hidden enemies, jealous spirits, quiet manipulators. Even people in your own house or your close circle are speaking words behind your back. The person who died saw it. They tried to warn you in subtle ways, but now I am making it plain. Archangel Michael has drawn his sword. He has stood watch beside you while you slept. He has seen the nightmares, the heavy energy, the unexplained fear, the cold air that fills your room sometimes at night. He is trying to keep you from going down the wrong path, a path that could lead to spiritual entrapment, deception, and loss of your divine inheritance. There's someone you trust too much and someone you've ignored who sees the truth. But let's go deeper. Because the one who died, they loved you more than you realized, and they took a secret with them into eternity, a secret that they begged me to reveal to you only when you were ready. And now you are. The truth is this: they overheard a conversation. They found something, a letter, a photo, a whisper in the hall, something that confirmed their suspicion. Someone close to you has been working against you in disguise, pretending to love you, pretending to protect you, but planning something else entirely. The reason I did not expose it earlier is because your heart was still healing, but now your spirit is strong enough to see it and survive. Not only survive, rise, because that is what I, your God, have planned for you. I see everything. I saw how they spoke of you. I saw how they laughed, how they used your name as if it were a tool, the joke, a pawn. I saw how someone pretended to defend you, but only when you weren't around. I saw how someone rejected the love you offered, only to secretly desire your failure. That is not love. That is not friendship. And it is not divine. The one who passed away has pleaded for justice, not revenge, but clarity. They know that if you continue to walk blindly, you will walk straight into a trap that will rob you of peace, finances, and even love. That is why I allowed this message to come through now, because the time has come. No more confusion, no more playing small, no more ignoring your instincts. You've been right all along. That feeling in your gut, that wasn't fear. That was me. That was discernment. That was the spirit of truth trying to scream through the noise. You have been protected more times than you can imagine. That accident you avoided, that message you didn't send, that delay that frustrated you, that was divine. That was me keeping you from a deeper hurt. There is something you don't know, but I do, and now I will tell you. There is someone trying to return to your life. They are coming with apologies, with tears, with words you always wanted to hear, but behind their voice is another voice, a spirit of deception, because their return is not love. It is strategy. They have realized your value now that others have spoken of it. They want access to the blessing I placed over you. They are not coming to love you. They are coming to benefit from you. But I say no more. You are not a convenience. You are not a fallback plan. You are not a second option. You are chosen. You are royalty. You are mine. The person who passed on, they knew your light. They saw your worth, and they couldn't protect you in the physical, but now they are watching you from a place of wisdom. They are whispering your name before my throne, and I am honoring their love. I have sent Michael to war on your behalf. Even now, there are battles being fought in the spirit realm that you can't see. Documents are being blocked, text messages are being delayed, bank frauds are being exposed. I am not only protecting you emotionally, I am shielding your entire destiny. But now I ask something of you. Forgive them. Not to let them back in, but to free yourself from the poison of anger. I never said forget. I said forgive. Because when you forgive, you rise. You unhook yourself from their control. You remove their shadow from your soul. I will deal with them. I am the God of justice. You do not need to prove anything. You only need to trust me.